add conditional actions. Add conditional actions. How to add conditional actions? By the way, conditional actions lets you build actions that you choose what to do based on one of several different conditions. And first you choose a condition and then optionally specify an action that plays if the document meets the condition. And then you optionally specify an action that plays if the document doesn't meet the condition. And to insert a condition action step into an action that you are recording or editing. We have steps here now. The first step, you should to make sure that the actions you will be referencing are in the same action set. And step number 2, you should to choose Insert Conditional from the Actions panel menu. And step number 3, in the Conditional Action dialog box, you should to choose a condition from the If Current menu. Step number 4, you should to choose actions from the Then Play Action menu and the Else Play Action menu, and then click OK to execute. And also you can choose none in one of the menus, but not both, by the way. And you can run an action only if a particular condition is false by choosing none as the Then Play Action and choosing the desired actions as the Else Play Action, by the way. And for more information about actions and the Actions panel and creating actions, you should to see that. Note here and be careful. There is a conditional mood change command to specify conditions for a color mood change step in an action. Using this command can prevent, by the way, an error where a file is not in the source mood specified by the action. So what about testing the opposite of what's in the condition? Testing the opposite of what's in the condition. By the way, there might be instances when you want to test the opposite of what's in a condition. For example, suppose you want action 1. Suppose you want action 1 to play when the frontmost document is non-square, and you would specify the conditional, by the way, if current document is square, then play action none and also play action 1. To test it for the opposite of a particular condition, you should to swap the then and else actions, by the way. So what about actions and the actions panel? What about actions and the actions panel? About actions. By the way, an action is a series of tasks that you play back on a single file or batch of files, menu commands and panel options tool, actions, and so on. For example, you can create, by the way, an action that changes the size of an image and applies an effect to the image and then it saves the file in the desired format. And by the way, actions can include also steps that let you perform tasks that cannot be recorded, for example, using a painting tool. And actions also can include module controls that let you enter values in a dialog box while applying an action. And by the way, in Photoshop, actions are the basis for droplets, and which are small applications that automatically process all files that are dragged onto their icon, by the way. And Photoshop and Illustrator come with predefined, by the way, actions installed that help you perform common tasks, and you can use these actions, by the way, as customize them to meet your needs or create new actions, and the actions are stored, by the way, in source to help you organize them. And also you can record and edit and customize and batch process actions, and you can manage groups of actions by working with action sets. So what about actions panel overview? Actions panel overview. By the way, you can use the actions panel if you use Windows and actions to record, play, and edit and delete individual actions. This panel, by the way, also lets you how to save and load actions files, like the next image and the next screenshot. This image now explain for you. Photoshop Actions panel, A is meaning action set, and B is meaning action, and C is meaning recorded commands, and D included command, and E is meaning model control, toggles on or off. So what about expand and collapse? Expand and collapse sets. expand and collapse sets, actions, and comments. By the way, you should to click the triangle to the left of the set and action or comment in the actions panel, and then alt click if you use Windows, or option click if you use macOS, and the triangle to expand or collapse all actions, by the way, in a set, or all comments in an action. And how to view actions by name only. How to view actions by name only. By the way, you can choose button mode from the actions panel menu. Then you choose button mode again to return to left mode. Note here and be careful please here now. By the way, you can't view individual commands or sets in button mode. And how to select actions in the actions panel. How to select actions in the actions panel. By the way, you can click an action's name, then shift click action names to select multiple continuous actions, and then control click if you use Windows, or command click if you use macOS, and action names to select multiple discontinuous actions.